Hey guys, what's going on today? We're going to get into rifle setups. Okay, in this case in particular, we're going to talk about setups that incorporate specifically red dots. Okay, we're not going to get into any of the scoped carbines, long range stuff like that, but an AR-15 style rifle with a red dot on it. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about my preferences as far as that goes, what I like to put on them, the accessories I like to run. And then even as far as brand manufacturers and things like that, my specifics that I like to do personally, my personal preferences on a rifle setup. So real quick, just to give you an idea, this is a Sons of Liberty rifle. Okay, definitely check those dudes out if you're interested in purchasing a new carbine or anything like that. I can't say enough good things about Sons of Liberty. They make some of the hardest use firearms blasters that I know around. I can't say that I'm nice to any of my guns, and these things just chew up brass and spit it out and whatever you're throwing down range. Even rocking suppressed all the time, hey, you can spit on it for some lube and it's going to keep going. These things just eat ammo like it's cool. But like I said, check those dudes out. Those dudes make some solid blasters, especially if you're in the law enforcement community or anything like that. As far as duty rifles goes, I highly suggest Sons of Liberty rifles. Okay, for a multitude of reasons. Okay, they're like I said, they make some of the best blasters around. Their customer service is second to none on everything I found out. Okay, if your gun is used in a on duty or even off duty shooting, on duty shooting, where it was justified, hey, they're going to go ahead and replace that rifle for you and in the configuration that you bought it from them. Okay, so definitely check those dudes out. Well worth it. And like I said, not enough good things to say about them. Cool. Not sponsored by them, by the way, so not a paid thing. This is my own personal preferences. All these guns were bought with my own money. But like I said, they do make some of the best blasters around. Okay, this configuration, as is, this is a 10.5-inch configuration. It's rocking their M76 wedge lock rail. Okay, from there, we're going to go ahead and work from the tip, and we're going to work our way back. Okay, on the end here, we're rocking a Huxworks 556 K. This is their flow through can. I really love this can. Really, it's not the quietest can on the market, but as far as back pressure into the system goes, especially if you're doing any high intensity shooting, stuff like that, it really saves you on fucking gas in the face. Okay, typically what I run when I'm doing any of my close in classes, stuff like that, where we're shooting high round counts or a high rate of speed or anything like that, highly suggest Huxworks can. Okay, as far as the muzzle device goes, it's a simple Huxworks flash hider. Nothing too crazy there. Okay, coming back, rocking the Mod Light weapons light on there. It is the 18 350 version, so the small version with the PHL or the fill head or their flood style head. Okay, Surefire end cap and a Unity mod button. Okay, it's just a single click press to hold button. Okay, it's a momentary, so press it, comes on, you release it, it comes off. Okay, nothing too crazy there. It's probably something I'm going to look to replace in the future with the actual clicky button on there, where it's a constant. You have that constant on mode. When you click it, it actually stays on, as well as a momentary mode where you half click it. I would really suggest that type of pressure switch if you're running a light on your gun versus this momentary press and hold. Okay. Moving back from there, rocking a Lunar Concepts Hot Pocket along the rail. This is on there for, it really stops the heat from getting to your hands. Okay, if you're doing any type of say high volume of shooting, you're taking a class where you're shooting a lot of rounds, short periods of time drills, even competitive use where you're shooting a lot of rounds in a short period of time. Man, this thing really helps protect your hand from the heat that these rails can build up, especially if you're shooting suppressed. Okay, again, it gets warm still, but it's not. It's never been so hot that I can't put my hand on the rail and use the gun. Okay. Again, Lunar Concepts Hot Pocket, great piece of kit. I run them on pretty much all my rifles that have a red dot on them. Okay. From there, just BCM standard. I forget what the actual name of this is. It's just a grip pod or whatever right on the end. It's just big enough for me to get my fingers in it to be able to put pressure back into my shoulder. Nothing too big there. Again, just enough to get a little bit of purchase to work the gun. Cool. Flipping over to the other side, I'm gonna check out Sling, standard 2-point sling. This one in particular is made over by the guys at Stratus Armaments. Again, another company I really love. Hey, very simple, standard 2-point sling, guys. Nothing fancy about it. Solid construction. Very ease of use as far as adjustments, anything like that. If you're running slings on your rifle, typically for the most part, they should be a 2-point sling. Okay, stay away from 1-point slings for your rifle, or even the old like military issued 3-point slings. Get rid of those. Replace it with standard 2-point. Okay. Again, nothing too fancy. It's got a little pad on it. Okay, pad's got some grippiness on the underside of it. What again that allows you to do is it actually sticks to your gear and your clothing and allows your sling to run through the pad, and the pad stays in place. It's not slipping all over. It stays where it needs to, and the sling works inside the pad itself. Okay, great design there by the guys over at Stratus Armament. Cool. From there, working back again, simple. I have this little Sentry strap on here. It's just a sling stowage device. That's all it is. Okay, unhook it, fold up my sling, do a half-ass fold here, just to show y'all what it's like. Okay, and it stows my sling to where it's not getting trapped on anything as a shitty fold. But y'all get the idea. Okay. So if I pull it out of something, the sling's not getting tangled up on something when I need to deploy, it's a simple pull, and it's going to release, and my sling's ready to go. Good to go. Working back from there, this one's rocking an Aimpoint T2 on a Unity riser. Again, as far as optics goes and as far as red dot goes, you're only going to see 2 brands of optics on my rifles right now. Okay. Are there others out there? Yeah, there's plenty of others, but as far as hard use, shit that I'm gonna trust my life to, the 2 brands I'm gonna rock with is either Aimpoint or EOTech. Okay, all my red dot rifles are rocking either Aimpoint or EOTechs right now. That's just my personal opinion. Again, especially if you're in a line of work where you rely on this to protect someone else's life, guys, don't cheap out on gear. You owe it to be better than that. Don't cheap out on shit that's going to potentially save your life. Cool. Again, Aimpoint T2, this thing's rock solid. Beat the shit out of this thing, and it hasn't failed. Okay. Have I seen them fail? Yes. But the rate that you see any of these higher end optics fail is significantly less than you're going to see any of the other shit fail. Okay. Again, nothing specific, but hey, Aimpoint and EOTech are my 2 go-tos. All my optics run on a Unity riser of some sort. This one is set up for the Aimpoint. My EOTech ones have a Unity EOTech riser on them. That's the way they're set up there. Okay. All of my red dot guns, I run a 50-yard zero on them. I'll get into another video later on about specifics on zeros and why I run a 50-yard zero on my red dot guns. Cool. Let's see what else. Moving back here again. I have replaced the trigger in this gun. Okay, it's not the standard Sons of Liberty trigger that comes with it. Although, hey, those guys their triggers are fucking awesome too. Especially their new 2-stage trigger, which, once I come up with some funds, I'll probably be replacing a lot of my triggers with that as well. But as far as the trigger goes, this is a Hyperfire PDI trigger. I shoot a lot of competitive shooting, and this trigger really lends towards that style of shooting. Very short, light pull, very short, crisp, light reset, super fast trigger. Fast as your finger can move it, it's going to run. Okay. This is a cassette style trigger. I know there's a lot of controversy behind those. They're not, you know, the best style of triggers to drop in a duty gun, if you will. But like I said, I shoot a lot of competitive shooting and stuff. So you'll find all my guns either have a Hyperfire in them or the Trigger Tech diamond trigger. Okay. This one in particular is the PDI. Any of my duty rig guns that I really use heavily for duty use, I run the Hyperfire Eclipse or the Hyperfire Pro, which is more of a traditional style trigger. Still very crisp, light pull, light reset, crisp reset, but it's more of a traditional three-piece design for as far as the trigger goes. Okay. Other side, rocking. This is a Magpul bolt release, bolt catch little addition. Okay. What that allows me to do is it comes underneath to where I can manipulate the bolt catch while still keeping my strong hand on the gun. Okay, I don't have to take it off to work it with my support hand and then pull the charging handle with my support hand to lock the bolt to the rear. I can very easily do it with my support hand and working the charging handle and my strong hand working the bolt catch, bolt release. Makes very quick reloads, makes manipulation of the weapon system for malfunctions and all that stuff much easier. Cool. Okay. Everything else from here on back is pretty much standard Sons of Liberty stuff. This one is rocking the Radiant Raptor charging handle, which at the time I bought this is Sons of Liberty was using these proprietary. Now they've developed their own version of it. Hey, both are good. Okay, I love the Radians, I love the Sons of Liberty charging handles, but anything that lends to this style design. I've also got a few guns with some of the Badger Ordnance charging handles in there. Those are awesome as well. So again, good charging handle. B5 systems, grip, B5 system stock. Like I said, there's a lot of the standard stuff that comes on a Sons of Liberty gun. Okay. Shit, guys, that's pretty much it. Okay. Easy run through of a basic rifle setup that I run. As far as red dots are concerned, they're all set up very similar, if not almost exactly the same. Okay. So give you an idea, like I said, any of the stuff here, check them out. Sons of Liberty rifle, great company, solid blasters. Okay. The Lunar Concepts Hot Pocket, this thing's a game changer, especially if you do high volumes shooting. I fucking love this thing. Stratus Armament Sling, again, guys, great sling, love these guys as well. And then Mod Light is one of several companies, again, I recommend on the light section. There you go. Puxworks can, everyone kind of knows and loves those guys too. Like I said, great can for a high volume shooting or anything like that where you're doing some speed shooting. Not going to kill you with gas in your face, anything like that. Cool. Got any questions, guys? Drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Let me know what you're rocking, how you set up your guns for different things. I'll do another video later on. Just again showed you everything that was kind of on this gun. Nothing here, what I say, is cheap by any sort of the means. Everything on this gun and the way I run all my guns, they are hard use guns. Okay, I beat the crap out of them and I expect them to work. I want to have as little issues as possible with any of the gear and equipment attached to my gun. Okay, there's a reason I do that, and there's a reason I preach that. You know, one of the things I hate hearing, especially from my law enforcement community, is it's good enough, it works for me, until it doesn't. Okay, to me, good enough is not an option. Got it? So do better, buy quality gear, buy good shit. Keep on top of your training, guys. I'll see y'all later.